Hi, Mike Pangia, and today we're going to make an Italian favorite, eggplant parmesan. It's not too difficult, it's kind of fun, it's interesting, and tastes great. The aroma that you get when you're cooking it and the final taste is amazing. It's really good, something you're going to really enjoy, so I hope you're going to do it. Now, a key part of this recipe is the tomato sauce that goes with it. So I'm going to lead into the video with a 1:20 instruction on how to make your homemade, delicious, pure, tasty tomato sauce. Now, of course, you're welcome to go out and buy a jar of pre-made tomato sauce if that's your want. That's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. I won't hold it against you. I strongly recommend you make your own from scratch, so if you can, if you have the time. So let's get right into it, and I'll start with the tomato sauce from scratch. Here's a quick review of my homemade tomato sauce. We start with some olive oil in the bottom of a saucepan. Swirl it around, put it on low heat. Now add some spices. I use oregano, basil, and thyme. Once that's done, I'm ready to add the crushed tomatoes. I'm using steam peeled crushed tomatoes, large can. Once that's stirred up, we can add some garlic powder and a little salt. Now you want to bring it to a simmer and add my secret ingredient, a dry red wine. Cover it. We're going to let it simmer for anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I like to leave the lid cracked a little bit so the steam can get out and the sauce will thicken. Periodically stir it, and it's all done. Smells good, looks good, it's going to work great. Meanwhile, heat your oven to 375 Fahrenheit and start to prepare the eggplants. We'll cut off the stem end and then peel each one. Now, I've seen recipes where they leave the peel on, but I recommend you never do that. The peel is tough and bitter and doesn't make any sense to leave it on, to me. Once you have that done, I recommend that you save the peels and use them for a compost pile. Now I'm using a mandolin to give me uniform slices and quickly. It's a good way to do it. Of course, if you don't have a mandolin, use your kitchen knife. That'll work fine. Now take 2 eggs, beat them with a fork, and add about half a cup of water. Stir that real well. Once that's done, I use a flat plate like a pie dish. It'll be suitable for dipping the eggplants in later. Now take your breadcrumbs, plain breadcrumbs, put them in a plastic food storage bag, shake in some garlic powder, add some salt, mix it up real well, and that's going to be your coating for the eggplant. Now in a large skillet, heat up about 1/4 inch of olive oil. You'll know when it's hot if you splash a drop of water in there and it sizzles like this. Okay, we'll take our eggplant piece by piece, dip it in the egg wash, dump it in the bag of breadcrumbs, bounce it around a bit, make sure it turns over, gets coated on both sides, then it can go into the hot oil. You can get about 4 pieces at a time in a large skillet. Meanwhile, lay out some paper towels on your countertop, 3 or 4 thicknesses, so you can drain the eggplants as they fry. Now once that's all done, we're going to need some shredded mozzarella cheese. I recommend you shred your own. It makes it a lot nicer. It doesn't have the additives that they put in to keep it from caking. So use a food processor or a box grater, whichever you prefer, whichever you have. Food processor, shred shredding the mozzarella that way. Now I have a baking pan, spray it with cooking spray, and put a thin coat of the sauce we made, or sauce you bought, either way, on the bottom. Once that's done, start layering your eggplant. Once the layer is made, put some sauce on the top. Gently, gently, not too much. We don't want the thing floating. A thin coating of sauce on top. Shredded mozzarella spread out evenly in that layer. Now for ricotta, what I do is I use a spoon and just put small glops of it, try to spread them out evenly. Build another layer of eggplant on top of that, and we're going to do the same thing. Eggplant, tomato sauce, mozzarella, and then the ricotta. Once that's all done, we'll take a sheet of aluminum foil and cover it tightly. Into the oven she goes, and give it about 45 minutes with the aluminum foil on. Then take the aluminum foil off and give it about another 20 minutes uncovered. Once it's done, it smells wonderful and it looks beautiful. You've done it. Well, my friends, there you have it. I think you've got the complete instructions and method and how you can make a wonderful dish, this eggplant parmesan. I hope you'll do it and enjoy it. Meanwhile, you know that my legitimacy with the YouTube people depends a great deal on how many subscribers I have. I need to have at least 1,000, and I'm getting there, and I appreciate those of you that have spread the word and gotten me new subscribers and have subscribed yourself. There's one other thing they look at, though, to evaluate me, and that is how many hours per month people are watching my videos. And I come out a little bit short there. So make sure when you turn on one of my videos, you watch it for a while. Don't cut it out after 15 or 20 seconds. I mean, if it's really horrible and you hate it, you can. What can I say? But if you're getting anything out of it, watch it a little longer if you would. I'd appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.